Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 11 now. Young. And Shark calls it in. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Here we go. 45. One.
Young now from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Young on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A quick throw complete to Chark. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Amari Barno, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Going for it with Sanders. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And, indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Amari Barno. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So the penalty there winds up on the offense. So obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Young. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Walker. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Here we go on fourth. Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They go play action. Young. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal, but the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game, he'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. A great pick, nice return, but he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Geno now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now Geno on 1st down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To the air again, Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Come on. Hey,
Out of the gun, Smith. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side. And he
will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Seahawks are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Young. That is caught by Thielen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. 19 yards that time for number 19. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Young.
That's going to be caught downfield by Chark.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 30 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Catch is made by Metcalf. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Geno. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Throwing now is Geno. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
From the red zone now, Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
70. Check, hurt. Check 52.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll take this one down near the 15. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing again is Smith, and Walker with it over the middle. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Smith. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll fake it. Now Smith. That is caught at the 7. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. They snap it to Smith. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run with Sanders. They find some open field here. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 5. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Carolina, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.